at the end of the day, we'll find out if the last 2 to 3 years were a little blip in the Mourinho character, or whether this flaw is just going to carry on all the way now, because he can't do it again. He has to change.
Last chance.
Well, I don't know if it's last chance at club, maybe at club level, but it just has to change. And we'll find out quickly. If Tottenham continue with this run, we'll find out quickly if he has.
How does he have to change?
Well, I think his demeanour has to change, because he can't. His demeanour at Man United in the end was just so much doom and gloom that it just dragged everybody down. I understand it wasn't all his fault, but it's all right going in there with an arm around people and hugging and shaking hands and getting the old manager left for the first game or two. What about 2 months, 3 months' time? You know, so when you're not getting players. So he will have to change the throwing under the bus, which is discussed yesterday.
Yeah.
That cannot happen here at this club, because he won't be able to go out and spend the money that he was able to spend at Man United.
What about style? He says he's going to stick to the same style. Can that work on the pitch?
Well, I don't think this Tottenham team have got a group of players that can play much differently.
Right.
To be honest with you, they've got a lot of attacking players. They're struggling in the middle of the park at the moment. And Ndombele's been poor.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to. I don't expect Rose to play. I don't expect Vertonghen to play because he's been out injured. He's supposed to be available. I don't expect Ndombele or Dyer to play. Who the hell's put this team up?
I don't know.
I don't know. Are we playing? Who's playing?
Who have we got playing?
Ndombele has been poor, and Eric Dyer has been towing a grand piano.
But Mourinho tried to get Dyer, didn't he, when he was at United? He likes Dyer.
Well, Eric Dyer might have been playing a lot better then.
Right.
Eric Dyer has been terrible, and so has Ndombele. I would go. I personally think Christian Eriksen might come back in.
Yep.
Because although he's going to probably leave the club, Mourinho, he's not stupid. He knows he needs to get the best out of him in the final 6 months of the season, because he can pull strings for Tottenham. He can pull strings for Harry Kane. He can pull strings for that front three. There's no point continuing with him sitting on the side. I know he's not been playing well, but part of the job now for Mourinho is to get the best out of him, because this Tottenham team needs someone like him that can link midfield and attack.
Sid Lowe with us. Sid, of course, during his time at Madrid, that's when his kind of crown started to slip, wasn't it? And since then, you feel he's always been battling to silence his critics. Do you think this could work?
Well, I mean, look, as you say, first of all, let's start with the Real Madrid context of this. And it has felt, from Madrid at least, that something changed with his time here. That the way that ended, the way that certainly it was more than a year too far, but it was certainly that final year was a year too much. He didn't want to be there. No one really wanted him to be there. And it did feel like something broke. And that was then carried, of course, into his return to England. In terms of can this work, I mean, obviously, look, I'm no different to anyone else, which is that on the face of it, he doesn't look like a natural fit in terms of the way that Tottenham buy and sell players, or more to the point, don't buy and sell players, in terms of the construction of the squad, in terms of the personality and so on. But it is true that Spurs, and I say this as someone who's from North London, almost all of my best friends are Spurs fans, and all of them are saying the same thing. And it's been quite interesting to watch them shift as they've realised that this is a reality. And they're all saying, well, look, let's give it a go. Now, we've only won 2 trophies, I think, in 30 years. If he comes in and wins something, and there's about as much of a guarantee of winning anything with Mourinho as there is with anyone else. So let's try it. And if it's not so exciting, if it's not the kind of football that Spurs are supposedly known for, we don't care if we win something. Of course, the flaw in that is the assumption that with Mourinho, you definitely will win something. And of course, that's yet to be seen.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.